I heard it before I saw it. The soft click of the door, the way the air shifted when he stepped into my space, like he had always been unwelcome, and I had finally noticed. "You're a burden," he sneezed. "My brother," and her voice calculated, deliberate, venom disguised as concern. "Nobody wants you here anyway." I felt the walls shrink around me, my room suddenly a cell. The weight of being ignored, dismissed, erased. It had always been this way, but today was different. I didn't flinch. I didn't retreat. I stopped being convenient. I stopped being quiet. I stopped being polite. And I watched them, their smiles and laughter, their curated perfection, and I wondered how long before cracks appeared in that glossy veneer. I noticed the first subtle betrayal, like a shadow slipping across the floor. Her phone never left her side, always buzzing at odd hours. Messages deleted before I could glimpse them. And my brother, started to change. Quiet moments that were too quiet, glances exchanged that didn't belong to me. At first, I told myself I was imagining it. Denial is comforting, but brief. My gut didn't lie. The living room, once familiar, had become a stage for performances I wasn't part of. Her laughter too bright, his apologies too late. I watched them over dinners, during visits that felt like surveillance missions disguised as family time. I memorized patterns, cataloged interactions, stored the details in a corner of my mind I kept separate from my outward calm. I didn't ask, not yet. I just observed. The investigation began slowly. I found my leverage in silence, in patience. A DNA test innocuously requested. Phone records that revealed hidden contacts. Names I didn't recognize. Timestamps that didn't align with alibis. I observed from the shadows. Coffee cups, receipts, GPS pings. Everything mundane became a piece of the puzzle. I learned to act normal, to laugh when expected, to nod when spoken to. Meanwhile, the truth shaped itself in my hands, a weapon that required only calm and calculation. I replayed memories, conversations, moments I had dismissed as insignificant. Every glance, every hesitation now made sense. Each deception a thread, and I was unweaving the tapestry with meticulous care. No confrontations, no raised voices. I waited. The slow simmering of awareness is far more dangerous than anger. The results arrived one gray morning, unceremoniously. I held the paper between my fingers, cold, sterile ink spelling the betrayal I had suspected but never allowed myself to feel aloud. I handed the report to her at breakfast. She looked up, smile frozen mid-gesture. "Do you know what this means?" I asked softly. No accusation, just observation. Her hand trembled. I saw the moment she realized that every lie, every carefully rehearsed excuse, had been stripped away. Shock, horror, shame. The perfect performance, crumbling silently before her eyes. He was silent too. The brother who had sneezed his disdain at me. He had nothing left to shield him. I said nothing more. I didn't need to. The truth suffocated them both better than any outburst I could have offered. Weeks later enacted the final move. I never yelled, never demanded explanations. I merely set things in motion, subtle and inevitable. Bank statements, legal notices, quiet shifts in social circles. Doors I had never opened before closed for them. I watched from a distance as their world unraveled, calculated, precise, and utterly devastating. Friends distanced themselves. Jobs strained under hidden truths I had unveiled without a sound. I could have intervened. I could have spoken. But silence is a knife sharper than any words. And I walked away, not with vengeance burning in my chest, but with cold detachment. Their destruction was mine to witness. Their guilt, shame, and helplessness earned. I sit now in a quiet apartment I call my own. The air is still, unbroken by false smiles or borrowed warmth. I think of them, once so towering in my mind, now diminished, exposed, vulnerable. I feel nothing for them. Not satisfaction, glee, not pity. Only clarity. The world doesn't owe me justice. I take it quietly, deliberately. And if they remember me at all, it will not be as the sibling they dismissed, the nuisance they ignored. It will be as the shadow that never blinks, the mind that never yields, the truth they could never escape. I am no longer small. I am no longer quiet. And the burden? It was never mine. It was theirs to carry.